This episode of Destructoid is brought to you by Squarespace. Coming up on Destructoid, the North Korean hacker army has mobilized, Sonic the Hedgehog still has a gambling problem, and Skyrim will make you have babies. All this and more right now on Destructoid. Welcome to Destructoid. I'm Tara Long.
And I'm Max Scoville.
Happy Monday.
Just don't say that. It's not a happy Monday. It's a very special Monday. It's August 8th. It's not an ordinary day. It is the 48th anniversary of the Great Train Robbery.
Welcome to fifth grade social studies class.
Expensive heist in British history. In 1963, a bunch of dudes robbed a train and made off with 2.6 million pounds in cash. And it's also Kool Mo Dee's birthday. For you youngsters, Kool Mo Dee was one of the pioneers of hip-hop. He turns 49 today.
I'm glad to see
Who got the flavor?
More coverage on this show, even though I hope to never see this from you
Right,
again.
sorry. It's also the 25th anniversary of Metroid, but video games, fiffle faffle.
Speaking of video games, let's talk about video games. In response to the 3DS recent price drop, it looks like several analysts within the industry have begun pressuring Sony to drop the price of the PS Vita. I know, scandal. After Hirai publicly stated last week that the Vita would retain its $250 price tag and said that Sony refuses to engage in a price war with Nintendo, a lot of customers have reconsidered their decision to buy the handheld when it comes out early next year. We've got a poll going over on our Facebook page right now. Hint, hint, you can go like us at facebook.com/dtoidshow, asking whether or not the price drop of the 3DS has affected your decision to buy a PS Vita. Because the $250 you're paying for it now seems so much more expensive by comparison, especially when you consider the fact that the Vita is now considered the most expensive handheld, because you got the 3DS and the DS, and unless you count phones, I guess.
I think Nintendo should make the 3DS $25 just to fuck with Sony.
Yeah,
That'd
and then make all the games $300 each or something.
Yeah. Anyway, here's a good one. South Korea has accused North Korea of using an army of young hackers to exploit MMOs for profit. Apparently the hackers are using software that allows unmanned computers to amass in-game currency in the MMOs Dungeon Fighter and Lineage. It's believed this has earned North Korea over $6 million so far, which isn't really a lot of money.
Not that much for a country.
Not really. Seoul police have arrested 5 people on suspicion of organizing a 35-man hacking team operating out of North China. These 5 masterminds have been giving 55% of the profits to the hackers, who have then been forwarding some of the funds to North Korean capital. Of course, North Korea has dismissed these claims as conspiracy. On a totally unrelated note, Activision, I have a really, really good idea for Modern Warfare 4. It involves hackers and cyberspace, and please give me $1 million and I will tell you my idea.
Nobody is going to give you $1 million.
Mail me $1 million, Activision.
Oh, God. By the way, if you haven't seen Lisa Ling's documentary, Inside North Korea, go watch it on Netflix immediately. I happened to catch it last night, although I'd seen it before, but yeah, amazing.
Yeah, Lisa Ling's sister Laura Ling got detained in North Korea in 2009 with Yoona Lee, who was a current TV reporter. I was an intern at Current when this happened, and Al Gore called a whole company-wide meeting, and he came out and told us one of our people's been captured. It's a true story. Crazy, I know, right?
I hate you for meeting Al Gore.
Hanging out with Al Gore all the time. That's what I did. Anyway, we're talking about world affairs and current events, and we really don't know what we're talking about. So Tara, please, video games go now.
Okay, well, I've got some new Sonic Generations gameplay footage. That's a video game, right?
Maybe. Tell us more.
Okay. We've talked quite a bit about how 2011, and in particular the last half of 2011, is going to be an awesome time for gaming. One of the reasons for that is Sonic Generations. Now, before you roll your eyes, I can see why we might be skeptical. I haven't personally been excited about a Sonic game since Sonic 4, and that was not nearly as awesome as I wanted it to be. So when I checked out Sonic Generations at E3, they had their Green Hill Zone level on display, which, no offense, Sega, it played great and it's a lot of fun, but it's also like the most boring Sonic level. Because of that, it's been a little hard for me to get properly excited about this game. Until yesterday, that is, when I saw the first 5 minutes of gameplay footage from the newly HD remastered Chemical Plant Zone. Now, I don't care who you are, you cannot deny that Chemical Plant Zone is one of the best Sonic levels ever, and it looks as amazing as you would expect it to in HD. That, along with Green Hill Zone and Casino Night Zone, which is rumored to be DLC, are the only 3 levels from Sonic 2 that are rumored to be in Sonic Generations, and that information comes from a list that got leaked on the website sonicretro.org back in June. It's been taken down since, but you can find it elsewhere on the internet. It lists the other levels allegedly appearing in Sonic Generations, which include Speed Highway from Sonic Adventure, another awesome Sonic game, City Escape from Sonic Adventure 2. They've got Planet Wisp from Sonic Colors. I was actually surprised they put a Sonic Colors level in there. Crisis City from the 2006 Sonic the Hedgehog game. Seaside Hill from Sonic Heroes, one of the lesser known ones. And Sky Sanctuary Zone from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Personally, I wish they'd chosen Carnival Night Zone from Sonic 3 over Casino Night Zone because it's just the same level, but it's better. It's more highly upgraded, and it has arguably the best music of any Sonic level ever made, except for any song on the Sonic R soundtrack, because that soundtrack is just amazing and inspiring in so many ways. Also, Sega, would have been cool to see some Hydrocity Zone up in there, giving some love to the water levels. I know you don't like them, Max,
Not
but
a fan
they're
of water
awesome.
levels. By the way, take an actual hedgehog, hold it underwater for that long, it's going to die.
Yeah, well,
Ask
this
me
is
how I
a
know this.
cartoon, Max. Sonic Generations comes out this November. No solid release date yet, but it is safe to assume I am going to go home tonight and play a lot of Sonic and Knuckles. because
Should
that's
playing
how I
some
do.
Sonic and Knuckles tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Let's take a word from our sponsor, folks.
Okay.
Squarespace is, without a doubt, the fastest and easiest way to create your very own blog or website. Start by choosing from over 60 professionally designed templates, and you can start adding content immediately from your computer, iPhone, or iPad. Squarespace's mobile apps allow you to easily post entries and manage comments from anywhere. And don't worry if you have any questions or need help, Squarespace provides every single member with amazing support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Some of the web's highest traffic pages are powered by Squarespace, not to mention many of the personal pages of Revision 3 hosts and personality. Check out squarespace.com to get a 2-week free trial and 10% off when you sign up in August by using the coupon code Destructoid8.
Websites are fun.
I love the
I
internet.
read them sometimes.
I read
I don't know if
like
you
a
know
lot
that,
of
Max, but I know how to
websites.
read.
They're great. Anyway, so on Friday's live show, I did that thing where I drank 6 Red Bulls and then talked about Skyrim, which
Yeah.
is obviously enough to get anyone excited.
That was a little...
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I said some lewd things after that.
it's-
However, this weekend at Quakecon, seeing the Skyrim demo in person was enough to put one woman into labor. Stevie and her fiancé Chaz were at the presentation on Friday, and after the Frost Dragon made an appearance, the Frost Dragon! Stevie began experiencing contractions. The couple assumed it was a false alarm and sat through the entire demo, and as soon as it was over, Stevie was rushed to the hospital where she gave birth to their daughter, Atari Lynn.
Wow, can't make that up.
Yeah, so you think you're excited for Skyrim? That's bullshit. You're not excited about Skyrim until it makes you have a baby. And so the age-old question of how is Babby formed has been answered. Babby is formed because Skyrim.
Does this mean it is now okay to name my firstborn Babby Commodore Sue? Because I really like that
You
name.
really are from Texas,
Yeah.
aren't you?
While we're on the topic of suing, haha, looks like Bethesda's suing Notch, the creator of Minecraft. This is actually pretty depressing news. It happened on Friday morning, actually, before we did our Friday episode, but I didn't hear about it until after we filmed Friday's episode because I am a douche. I'm reporting on it now, however, because it is hilarious and important.
I feel really bad because on the Friday's episode, I was like, Minecraft, suck a dick.
You were pretty mean to Notch.
I didn't hear about because I don't
There's no excuse,
journalism.
Max. According to Notch's Tumblr, he's being sued by Bethesda for trademark infringement because his upcoming game, Scrolls, uses the same word as a word in another video game you've probably heard of, Elder Scrolls. Notch defended himself on his blog saying, quote, I agree that the word Scrolls is part of that trademark, but as a gamer, I have never ever considered that series of very good role-playing games to be about scrolls in any way, nor was that ever the focal point of neither their marketing nor the public image. The implication that you could own the right to all individual words within a trademark is also a bit scary. He later said that he received a 15-page letter from a Swedish law firm demanding that they stop using the name Scrolls lest they be sued and forced to pay a big pile of legal fees up front. And that's all he's posted about it right now. There's no updates or anything since on Friday, but seriously, Bethesda? Are you that worried about the dozens of people who are going to be playing Scrolls when it comes out? Because seriously, nobody's going to fucking buy that game.
Hey, Bethesda, look, I made a scroll. Are you going to sue me?
Yeah.
It's a rolled
We talk
up
about
paper.
Elder Scrolls on the show all the time.
Yeah.
We just go fuck off, Bethesda. I'm sorry, I love you guys.
Oh,
but
don't fuck off. We love you. Anyway, to wrap up our Bethesda fest, it looks like Rage might give Xbox users a reason to rage or buy a new hard drive. To install Rage on the Xbox 360, it's going to take up around 21 or 22 gigs of disk space.
Good thing none of us own a 4GB Xbox. That'd be ridiculous.
I have one. The game does not have a partial install option. It's kind of all or nothing, so if you're hoping to play this, you might want to clear up some space. John Carmack, the super genius and id Software co-founder, made a few comments on the matter. and they pretty much amounted to, yeah, sucks, there's no partial install, installing's going to take forever, but you should probably do it. Your disk drive's going to make some weird noises. That's not a quote, that's a paraphrase, but it gets the point across. The game itself ships on 3 DVDs, 2 for single player and 1 for multi. Yowza. On a related note, Carmack spoke about his personal console rage during a Quakecon keynote. It is extremely frustrating knowing that the hardware we've got on the PC is often 10 times as powerful as the consoles, but it has honestly been a struggle in many cases to get the game running at 60 frames per second on the PC like it does on a 360. Yeah, so I played Rage a couple weeks ago, and I really insisted on playing the PC version because it's an id game. It's kind of, I grew up playing shooters on a keyboard, and
probably also way easier.
Yeah, I mean, just playing an id game on a controller feels sort of tacky. It's like, you know, drinking fancy wine out of a plastic cup with a straw.
Bagged wine can be good.
Oh, we love the bagged wine.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, Carmack has always been sort of nuts about doing high-tech shit. I read on his Wikipedia page that he realized he was spending too much money customizing Ferraris, so he decided to teach himself aerospace engineering instead. So he now builds rocket ships because it's more cost-effective than making Ferraris. You know how people go, yeah, man, it's not rocket science. Well, John Carmack goes, yeah, fuck rocket science. I do that shit in my garage when I'm bored.
So that's my kind of man, I gotta tell you what.
Yeah, that guy's a genius.
Yeah. That's all of our news today,
That is our
isn't
news.
it? However, let's announce some winners of our Battlefield 3 contest, because that happened on Friday's show. You want to do the honor?
The winners are the Mad As 18 and Lord of the Fucking Ham. We're gonna shoot you some codes on your YouTube accounts.
Yeah. So keep watching. I've already got a contest set up for this Friday's live show, so that's going to be exciting. Before you go pour yourselves a nightcap, why not follow us on Twitter? I'm Tara Longest because I'm the longest, and he's just plain old Max Scoville.
And we combined to form the Detoid Show, which is just at Detoid Show. So follow us, and we frequently just, you know, tweet
naked pictures of ourselves.
You want some personal information? Check us out. We
just
tweet that
funsies.
shit.
See you guys on Wednesday.
Have a good night.